here's what's happened, and this is the fate that the woman who was kidnapped from the Supernova Music Festival has had to meet. The Israeli media has reported that Israeli-German citizen Shani Louk, who was seen in a footage shared on 7th October, laying motionless in the back of a truck after being kidnapped and brought into Gaza by Hamas terrorists. Her death has been confirmed by the family today. Let me quickly go across to Siddharth joining us with that update on social media.
So, Kritzween, here's the tweet that actually confirms the tragic death of Shani Louk. This is what the Israeli Twitter handle has said. We are devastated to share that the body of a 23-year-old German-Israeli Shani Louk was found and identified. Shani was kidnapped from a music festival and tortured and paraded around Gaza by Hamas terrorists. Experienced unfathomable horrors. Our hearts are broken. May her memory be a blessing. And they've, of course, put out a picture of Shani Louk. You'd remember, Kritzween, that her body was in fact placed on a pickup truck, on the back of a pickup truck, and driven around the streets of Gaza. There were people surrounding the truck who actually were spitting at her lifeless body at that point in time. Her mother still expressed hope that she'd still be alive. Unfortunately, now it's been confirmed that she's passed away.
Absolutely. Her mother, spoke to the media and really kept emphasizing on the fact that her daughter must be returned at the earliest, kept pleading on that note. Thank you for that, Siddharth. Let me quickly go across to Pradeep Datta as well, joining us live on the broadcast. Pradeep, the story of Shani Louk has been remembered and spoken of by several people across the world, and there are several other stories such as this, heartbreaking stories at that. Shani Louk is no more, her body has been found, and the Israeli forces have taken to social media to confirm the same.
Yes, the family members are completely devastated because just a few days back I was able to interview one of her sisters, and she was at that time hopeful that she's very much alive, and she had been insisting upon the authorities to do something to get Shani Louk back from Gaza, because she, along with the other 239 people, had been taken as hostage. But the family members were hopeful that maybe she is alive, but now the things have been confirmed that her body has been recovered. She is no more alive. So that's a kind of a setback for the family members also, because as all the hostage family members we are talking to, they are saying that every minute, every hour is really very critical for them. We saw that yesterday they had met the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also. Some of them had met the President of Israel in Jerusalem also. And everybody had been trying to tell them to do something in this regard, because they're trying to build international opinion, trying to tell the world that whatever efforts you can make to ensure that at earliest all these people who had been held hostage for the last so many days are brought back to their near and dear ones. A reason is that some of them are too young. 9-month-old baby, some are 4-year-old, some are 87-year-old, some really need kind of a medication also. So it's not that easy being in the captivity, whether they must be getting all these things or not. But but what is really a matter of concern is that people who are coming out and protesting at different places, nobody is really talking about the people who had been held hostage. Everybody is talking about what is happening inside the Gaza, because somewhere they feel it is the ecosystem of terror that is working over time, trying to project villains as victims, and victims are being projected as oppressors in this case. And family members I interacted with yesterday also, they said it's really very painful to see that people coming out and protesting, especially those so-called champions of human rights, why they are not beating their chest for our people who had been held hostage. What has been the fault? One of the family members said her granddaughter is just 3-year-old. He said that my granddaughter is too young even to understand the politics between Israel and Palestine. What has been her fault? Why she has been taken hostage? Why she has been in their captivity for so long? Why nobody is speaking for them? So they wanted that it should not be a selective outrage. There should be, if there is an outrage, there should be outrage for each and every person, because at the end of the day, it's the human lives that really matter. But like any other conflict, we have seen that it's always the conflict brings in the bad stories, and it's always the people continue to suffer.